When I was at the grill, I remember when SOB came in like a week before they split.
Really?
It was bad. They was just conflicting in the studio. I was just like, oh man, are we still gonna get paid? Really? And then a week later they break up, and I'm seeing the boy, all these folks talking by themselves. I'm like, oh man, damn. I was like, maybe that was the session that did it.
Rocas.
Here with us, we have one of our cab members as well as an intern, Rashiid. How you doing today, Rashiid?
Good. How are you, Christensen?
So far, so good. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
From Oakland and El Cerrito. I went back and forth majority of my childhood, but right now I'm staying in Oakland.
What part of Oakland did you stay in?
I stayed in the 80s, and I was staying downtown.
Okay.
And then when I was in El Cerrito, I was more towards Richmond, but it was still El Cerrito.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear about the 80s. Well, what the 80s like?
I remember growing up, they called it the shady 80s.
Yeah.
But I didn't like being around all the stuff that happened, so most of my schooling and most of the activities I did was in downtown or closer towards Berkeley or just more kids.
Yeah, okay. It was a lot of crazy stuff going on in the shady 80s?
For sure. You hear gunshots all the time. Lots of hearing people get robbed, just lots of things.
But music was your passion?
Music, for sure.
Okay, all right. So what kind of music do you do, or what do you do?
I started with piano, and then after, it'll be 18 years of piano in October.
Word.
But I started getting into music engineering and then score producing. I'm just all types of music.
And then what kind of music do you like to perform?
Growing up, I was growing classically, so I could play classical music.
Yeah.
All my mentors, they'll tell you I'm way better at jazz.
Okay.
And then I make beats from the producing, and then I score, so I make cinematic music. So whatever I'm feeling, basically.
Yeah. That's
because
tight.
Cinematic is going to require classical, and then if I want to do like beats and stuff, it's going to require more improv, which requires jazz.
Yeah.
People don't think about that. I got taught piano is the easiest instrument to learn, but the hardest to master.
That makes sense.
Because, it's the only instrument that can be the whole orchestra.
Yeah.
I can be the violins, guitars, trumpets, trombones, bass. I can be all that.
So when you're like watching movies and stuff, you really geek out about the music and stuff.
I just close my eyes. I just listen.
Yeah.
Like, you listen to a scary movie, you gonna get spooked. You don't have to watch it. Just listen to the music.
Yeah.
Listen to a love movie.
Yeah.
Listen to an action movie. You're gonna just hear everything. You'll be like, you don't have to watch the movie. You can just hear.
Right.
Your imagination can go much further.
Right. I mean, I remember just going to movies and you would hear the soundtrack and you'd be like, wow, this right here is
this is fire.
Yeah, and that made you get excited about that. Or somebody walk off and that song hits or something. It's like, they're like, oh, I'm hyped,
Especially the black movies. Like, whenever like a scene happened and then they'll start playing that song, I was like, oh.
Yeah,
sure.
okay.
Like, it's that feeling. Like, think about how many games, movies, and things that people could just spot on perfectly. Like if we played Harry Potter, people would be like, oh man, I want to watch that.
Right.
Or you play Sonic, you play that Green Hill theme or some Mario, people are like, I want to play that.
Yeah,
like,
very true.
I want to be able to have that effect because Mario came out like 30 years ago.
It did.
Sonic came out 40 years ago.
All right.
And then the music that came out 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Kids still hear that and they're like, Sonic.
Do you find yourself like finding people that you're able to like gel with and we able to collab and do stuff? Sure. Or do you look at folks and be like, y'all not on the same wave as me right now?
Yeah,
like
it's really about energy.
Yeah.
It's about energy.
Okay.
It all starts with like just the beginning. Like, whatever you start to do, because I started doing it at music camps. I was just at music camps. Everyone already know instruments. We play in bands, and then sometime in the band, someone start rapping. We're like, oh, you do that? And then they're like, yeah, I do that. And then that's what happens. And then sometimes I'll be with my friends. We'll just be slapping beats out the speaker, or we'll be in the car slapping beats.
Right.
And someone's like, oh, who's that? I'm like, oh, it's me. They're like, oh, I'm a rapper. Take my Instagram. Like,
yeah.
And then it's from there.
In the music game, have you ever had like musical beef with somebody? Be like, bro, I'm gonna compose.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Someone will send a sample, and then we'll be in the studio, and I'll be like, I think we should probably reverse that. They're like, I don't know, it sounds pretty good like this. And someone's like, we should try reverse. And so we tried it, and everyone's bumping. And I'm like, yeah, you know that. You know, that's hard, bro. That's hard. You can't be mad.
Have you performed like at places and stuff?
Yeah, I performed at bars. I performed 2 A's games.
Okay. In front of the A's?
Yeah, the national anthem.
You did the national anthem?
I did one with my school also, so that's 3.
Okay. But you came and did it by yourself? Like, you played it? You played the national anthem for the A's twice? That's tight.
I'm trying to think. I did a couple performances with, like, solo singers.
Okay. Anybody famous I might know?
No, I did one with Kev Choice.
Did you?
Yeah, he was like one of my old mentors.
Cool. You still cool with Kev?
Oh, yeah. So when people are doing the studio stuff, they think, oh, I get the studio, I get the rent. It's like, no, you have to pay the renter that's renting the equipment. Then you have to pay the owner of the studio.
Yeah.
Then you get money.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like people get they kind of get put down. They don't really realize that there's a whole lot, unless you own the studio, which is what the goal should be. You should want to own the studio, because then you can make a record label, then you can sign your own artists, and then make your own revenue, get your own marketer. That's what it should be about. You shouldn't want to join someone's team unless you know completely what they're about.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of artists, they get so caught up in, I just need to get in the studio, make a hot song, and then it's hot, we about to make it and blow up. And it's like, it's even more than that, because like, not only do you have to sit there, you got to pay for the studio, you got to pay the engineer to make it sound, master
pay
it.
For the beats. Most folks don't pay for beats.
Break up. Have you ever been in the studio and then afterwards you've heard of, like, have you been around where it's like real funk, like somebody's really making a diss track, and you be like, bro, like, I don't know if y'all want to release this. This might be bad.
Yeah, I haven't been around that, but I know I will be probably in the future.
Yeah.
I've been in studios where it's like that, where it's like, oh, there might be someone that has beef here. Oh, like, there might be someone from here coming here while these people are here. I'm like, oh, is that a problem? They're like, that might be a problem. I'm like, oh, so what's gonna happen? Like,
okay.
When I was at the Grill, I remember when SOB came in like a week before they split.
Really?
It was bad. They was just conflicting in the studio. I was just like, oh man, are we still gonna get paid? Oh, like.
Really?
And then like, a week later they break up, and I'm seeing the boy, all these folks talking about themselves. I'm like, oh man, damn. I was like, maybe that was the session that did it.
I was in the room.
Yeah, like, damn. Like,
I saw it happen.
For real, like.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. And it's like, all right. And then so,
You'll definitely see that in the studio though.
Yeah.
Like when there's multiple artists in the room, especially like so-called friends, you'll see like if someone's like the star. I think everyone gets a turn. If you in the studio with someone popping, you're gonna get a turn.
Right.
You can't be mad. Someone has their turn.
You worried about you trying to get accolades and get the Grammys and Oscars and stuff like that?
I don't really want that. I kind of like doing the background work. I don't like being the guy. I just like being the background. Like, if I wasn't there, nothing would happen.
Yeah.
So that just makes me feel really good.
Right.
Having everyone else know that, they're like, damn, we need him.
Yeah.
We need him here. I'm like, yep.
Okay. That's what's up. Ain't nothing wrong with being like the silent guy behind that whole thing, and you low-key the godfather of the situation. How do you feel about Downtown Tay as a program?
I think Downtown Tay is important. I think it's crucial.
Yeah.
I liked it. I've been in 3 programs that work kind of like downtown Tay, and I think without these programs, I'd be a lot different.
Yeah.
Not even a little different. I'd be a lot different.
Right.
Just the people that I've met and outreach and all that definitely humbles a person, because
Yeah.
there's always people to help, and it's really easy to think about working on you, especially with social media. Always comparing yourself to the next person, comparing everything. It's easy to be like really caught up and trying to upgrade. But some people need a little help.
All right. And so with that said, is there any advice that you would have for anyone who's like a young, inspiring musician who might want to, pursue some career in music?
Keep creating.
Yeah.
Find the difference between friends and affiliates.
Got you.
Because friends are gonna support you no matter what. Friends gonna tell you rights and wrongs no matter what. Mm-hmm. And affiliates, they're gonna just tell you what they can just squeeze by with.
Yeah.
They wanna ride the wave, but they don't want to ride the big wave.
Got you.
They want to ride a smaller one.
Got you. All right.
You want people that want to ride a bigger wave.
Word.
Because if you have friends that's always trying to have you do better, then you go, oh, he's doing, I got to do another song better. And then he did a song better than me, I got to do another song better than him. Oh, he rapped it, I got to rap something better.
Right.
That's only gonna make people better.
Right.
Just having that good good competitiveness. Just don't take it too far. People take it too far.
Yeah.
The competitiveness.
Right.
It's good, but too far.
Okay. And then you lose sight of what brought you there.
Then that's where the ego comes in, and then you're like, oh, I'm blah, 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 and then.
Got you.
Yeah.
You gotta stay humble.
Stay humble, and then find folks that'll keep you elevating.